Welcome in. All right, Guns and Gear Live. This is happening. It's not a test. Welcome in, welcome in. So, Guns and Gear Live, where we talk about new products for shooters and hunters. And one of the products that is pretty important for all of us, pretty much all the time.
Hearing protection.
Hearing protection. Eye protection, ear protection, or hearing protection, really, right?
What?
What, you good?
Sorry, have we started yet?
Those things work.
They were actually they
Tell you
really
what.
do. We were on the our mics were down and everything, and we were waiting for it to come up, and you leaned over and pushed a button on my computer. I really couldn't
blaring.
hear it.
Yeah.
My computer's blaring. I couldn't hear it. But anyway, save the hearing.
So, we talked with the folks at Caldwell. We've been working with them for a few years now. They have a lot of different options for you, and I think we'll get into this more, but one of the important things about hearing protection are options. Personally, I don't think it's like a one-size-fits-all. I have one pair of muffs and I'm good.
Typically, that's how it goes, but there's different situations call for different hearing protection. I mean, you know, if you're in an indoor range, we like to, most of the times, we'll double up. We'll use some soft foam earplugs and then some over-the-ear stuff. But what they're doing, what Caldwell started to do, is they're offering more and more options, which I love. And that's what it's all about, is just giving, you know, guys with, I mean, all our ears are not the same.
Yeah, and depending on what type of shooting you're going to be doing, indoors, outdoors, big Magnum guns with brakes on them, or pistols or whatever. So take a look. They got some new stuff that you guys are going to like. Caldwell is known for innovative products for shooters, all these types of different accessories. One of the most important ones is hearing protection. We're here with Ryan from Caldwell. Ryan, walk us through what you guys have been doing and then some of the new stuff.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm really excited to talk to you about what we have available right now. So as you know, in stores available right now are the Emax Pro, our entire line, including a line for kids. And then we have our Emax Shadows, which have been wildly popular, and our Emax, the Power Cords.
So you have the over-the-ear, you've got the in-ear, and let me talk about kids' muffs, youth muffs, are a big deal because I know the temptation is, oh, I've got a bunch of different muffs, I'll just hand these to my son or daughter. But those don't really fit a kid's head. I mean, so I guess I'm assuming these are a bit smaller?
Yes, absolutely. So made with children in mind. So you exactly like what you were saying there is you don't want to go and put a set that you have that's set for you for your larger side head and try and put it on one of your kids, because we want to make sure that they have the proper hearing protection at the range. And they're also available in a whole bunch of different colors.
Yeah, well, and you know the kids want to pick out their colors. They want to be different, they want to stand out. Now, Bluetooth, you put this in there, what is it for and what are people using it? I mean, that's kind of a new concept in hearing protection for us.
Yeah, so you have a lot of different products that are out there that we're making that have Bluetooth features. So the Shadows, like we talked about, that are wildly popular, you know, a bud that you can use for hearing protection on the range, but at the same time, you have the ability to listen to music. You can take calls on these. Same thing with our Pros. You can do the same features with those, with the BT features.
And, you know, going back to the whole idea of just options, the over-the-ear, talk about the difference in hearing protection between over-the-ear and in-ear.
So you're going to have the ability with these. They come with different size, like we were talking about with the kids, where you have different fits. You're gonna have different size foams for your ears because everybody's ear canals are different. So you're gonna be able to choose which ones feel better for you on the range, get that proper fit. And then with these, a lot of people will say like, hey, you know, I wanna go to one of these to have the over-the-ear protection. I'm gonna be shooting pistols for a really long time. I don't have to worry about getting that good cheek weld on the gun. I'm gonna go with one of these. Same thing, you get that good cup over your ears and you're gonna be good to go.
Yeah, and the in-ears, like you were talking about, a cheek weld, if you're shooting long guns, especially shooting shotguns, wing shooting, that type of thing, I kind of prefer those in-ears because I don't have the muffs bumping against the stock and messing up my mount. So what about the new stuff? I know you guys have some new hotness.
Yeah, so let's go into the new stuff. So building off of the Shadows, So we have our Pro version of the Shadows. Now, everybody loved the fact that we have this case. You can put it in your pocket, you can put it in your range bag. You get 4 full charges off of this that you can be on the range, running with your ears, put them back in there. Maybe there's downtime in a class, they recharge again. So we have the case, we're bringing it back, but we got some cool features here that you're gonna be able to see. So inside of the case, you're gonna be able to tell right and left what the charge is. We have a charge level indicator for the right and left of each of the muffs. And also the case itself is going to tell you what the charge level is so that you can have a way to see right away, where's my charge on the case, where's my charge on the ears.
That's actually really cool. And yes, you just plug into the case itself to charge these in-ear, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, you plug right in. Both the Shadow and the Shadow Pros have this where it's just a plug-in with the USB, micro USB connection. We have a million of these cords sitting around that we use for our phones and our cars. So it's just that little charging port right there.
Now, what about you're not near a charger, you walk off, you've got the case, but you need to charge them?
Yeah, like we were talking about, the case itself will give you 4 full charges. So 6 full hours of runtime, and that's with somebody constantly listening to music for 6 full hours. So you're gonna have that ability with the case to run 4 full charges off of this case. So like we talked about, Ryan, you know, you're on the range, you're getting range instructions, you can pop them back in the case, put it in your pocket, listen to the instructions, hey, it's time to shoot again. You're never gonna run out of charge on these ears.
That is awesome. But Ryan, I know you guys have some really new stuff. Let's talk about the Link and the comms.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the comms unit here. So really amazing package that you're going to have your hearing protection as well as a full communication system built in here. So we have Bluetooth ability with a UHF frequency that's going to let you reach out to up to a mile. So the way that this works, Ryan, is you're going to have an included 2 set of boom mics. So you have this large one here for louder times. You can run the boom mic in front, also a shorter one. And you're going to have 2 ways to be able to communicate. So you're going to have a push to talk, and then you can also just cue it up with your voice. So you can choose either of those to be working. And the way that these work is your buddies would have the comm unit and you'd be able to communicate with them downrange. So they're setting steel, they're doing different things. You can talk to them and say, hey, move that a couple yards to the left, a couple yards to the right, and they could be up to a mile away from you.
It's like having like a set of walkie-talkies, but it's built in with Bluetooth into your headset.
Absolutely. So speaking of walkie-talkies, so let's go into our links. So same kind of frequency here that we're talking about, you know, where we have the UHF and the Bluetooth. Everybody on the team would need to have one of these or a comm unit. These are going to link up to our other Bluetooth products. For example, like the Shadows or the Shadow Pros, you can throw this in your range bag, you can keep it in your back pocket, and it's going to link up to that and be able to use that same communication system that we've just been talking about with the comms. So, and these are coming in at an amazing price point, Ryan.
So if you already have some Bluetooth Caldwell gear, it would link up to that, right?
Correct. Just like we were talking about with the Shadows or the Shadow Pros. Yes, you'd link this up to those and use this as your UHF frequency to be able to communicate with somebody else who has the same system or one of our other varied systems and be able to talk to them up to a mile away.
Okay, but you said it's a great price, so you say, okay, I want to get this and add these capabilities with a few of my buddies. What's it cost?
Yeah, so the links are going to come in just over $50 and our comms are going to come in just over $150. And also to add with the comms, you're going to be able to use these with a lot of popular helmet mounts that are out there. That's become a very big trend that's out there. This just pops off and you can plug it into almost every one of the popular helmet mounts that's out there.
And I know the helmet mounts, there's obviously military grade and all this other stuff, and it can be pretty pricey. I mean, you guys are known for having pretty good value. So, what's that kind of thing going to run?
Yeah, so I mean, like we were saying, our unit here is coming in just over $150 to get some of the other ones that are out there that work, that are compatible with helmets. You're into possibly over $1,000 to get into that system, and that's just a starting price point.
That's awesome. So you're adding communication, but now you're talking about up to a mile. So I love the communication factor, and like you said, on the range, I love it as a safety factor too, just being able to let people know, hey, I'm going down range or whatever it may be.
Yeah, it gives you that ability, multiple channels, so you could have multiple different teams with different sets on the same range at the same time.
Wow, that's really cool. High-tech stuff. New Ear Pro from Caldwell. Yeah. So,
new hearing protection. I like to see that they're coming out with new hearing protection for the modern shooters and hunters.
yeah, and I kind of got into it there, but I like having the over-the-ear traditional muffs for more protection, more hearing protection, and when you're in a real loud situation, shooting indoor ranges. But I really, when it's hot outside, wearing the muff sometimes you're like, I don't feel like wearing all this. The in-ears are great. Still, if you're indoors, I think the over-the-ears are better.
Well, I agree, because you're getting that nice seal around the ears, and you're using the foamies or whatever you choose to use. But shooting long guns, I hate using over-the-ear.
Because you're bumping up against the stock.
Muffs,
Especially shotguns.
Yes.
Shotguns, your mount is really, really important. And I don't like using muffs there.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
What do you got over there?
Let's see. We've got, did you know, we just put a link in the description, 25% off site-wide at caldwellshooting.com from Gun Talk if you enter code Gun Talk.
You serious, Clark?
Damn. That's awesome. I didn't even realize. Somebody on our staff was like, hey,
thank
dummies.
you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm going to just say right now, Sarah keeps us grounded. She's great. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. 25% off site-wide. So click that link.
Site-wide.
This is on Facebook. I'm sure
So
it's going
that's
to pop up on YouTube.
So that's like running the gambit. That's steel, targets.
Correct.
Hearing.
We're talking about
Hearing protection,
but they have steel targets. They have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Which their steel targets are awesome. Like,
Yeah.
They've done a really good job with them.
So, basically nice technology. Hello, KJ, can you hear me now?
Yes.
What? Who? There's just smart ass.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to.
We love you guys.
But no, hearing protection is one of those things, and I kind of put it in the description. But as you age, higher frequency tones and noise is the first to go.
Yes.
And you've brought this up multiple times, which is, as grandparents, what are you not able to hear?
You can't hear kids' voices as well. So
your
you want some
grandkids
motivation. There's your motivation.
Yeah.
Protect your hearing, especially also when you hunt.
Yeah.
Also when you hunt.
I'm horrible at this.
Especially if you're hunting with a muzzle brake, super loud.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're in a duck blind with other guns going off right next to you. Those are times when you can really do permanent damage to your hearing.
And that's one area that I am not good at.
Yeah.
Like and that's shame on me, and I got to take my own advice.
These are cheaper and faster than getting a silencer.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, we've got some Brazil shooters tuning in.
Oh, cool. Hello, Brazil. Actually, just heard that there have been some advancements for gun rights down in Brazil, and for a long time they civilians couldn't own firearms, and now that's starting to open up a little bit.
Oh, good. We've got some people down there fighting. That's good.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Well,
Haven't
good
tried
deal.
my Caldwell Shadows I won on the range yet. Well, Steven, what are you doing?
Yeah, get out there.
Get out to the
Test 'em
range,
out.
buddy.
Those
Jeez.
are just cool because of the touch technology that they've got built into them.
Yeah.
That you can switch. You can raise the volume. And
You
all
can
that
put
good
on your tunes.
Answer a phone call.
Yeah, answer a phone call. So they're pretty cool. The new stuff, the working with helmets, if you run a helmet, a little tack helmet deal.
Okay, so we were talking about these a little bit before, and so what they've done is you're not going to, because typical ear hearing protection like that's like what, in the $600 to $800.
He said $800 was like
Yeah.
what they're comparable to on some other brands. That
So
do that.
spending $800 to go fit in the the helmet.
So they're shaped
the
to
bump
fit
helmets.
within a helmet that goes over. You can run night vision on. You can
Yes.
run all kinds of stuff and be super
but
tactical.
they're not that much.
They're like $150.
Yeah, $150.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. That's the other thing. Very affordable. And if you enter code GUNTALK, they're
There
even
you go.
25% less.
There you go.
So there you go. So click the link below. You'll be able to do that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You'll be happy. And buy extras. That way you can take people shooting with you.
That's a good, and the kid stuff that they're
Yeah.
coming out with. Come on, how cool
Yeah,
is that?
buy
They're
it. Buy.
thinking.
It's like you get one or two of those. So even if you maybe don't even have kids, you're like, well, but I'm going to take a kid. It's going to fit them better, and it'll give them better hearing protection, and they'll wear it because depending on the kid, some of them are like, this is annoying me. It's grazing my head. I can't take it. You're like, shut up. Put these on, and then you can wear them at home if you do
Yeah.
have kids, so you don't have to listen to them.
So Luke Capria says he has earmuffs attached to his hard hat. Everyone makes fun of me, but I hear every one of them.
Ah, nice, funny.
And they probably can't hear anything.
Cool. That's all I got.
So the Sydney says Taurus is ours. So there, he's around where
there you
Taurus
go.
is at. And we just
Yeah.
got back from Taurus
Yeah,
down in Bainbridge.
it was the tourist guides they were telling me
Yeah.
about because of course they have kind of the parent company down in Brazil and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
very cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Go check out CaldwellShooting.com. Enter Gun Talk at checkout for 25% off. Come on.
Go do it.
You can't find ammo. You might as well buy some hearing protection. See you later. Let's see what we get. Always very innovative. It's a lot of fun.